Hello Tributes and welcome to another video on the channel. This is yet another episode of Ashes of the Hunger Games. So a little bit of an update. I decided that between each century I would also have a Hunger Games simulator, run a Hunger Games simulator for all that includes all the victors from that century. So for instance, we are just ending the 2nd century now, so this is all the 2nd century victors. Now, a lot of these victors have question marks for their picture, and that's because either they didn't have a face claim because they came from Panem Reborn, and so they don't have an official face claim, and I didn't want to just assume what a face claim would be for that, since Lauren probably had a specific image in mind for a lot of these victors, and I don't know that specific image, so I wanted to put question marks there. Or, in the case of Corinne and Anti-Man and a few other victors, I didn't save their face claims. Like, I either didn't remember the names of the face claims I used, or I Googled random things to find said face claims, and so, some of the victors I have from my Ashes files also have question marks for their picture. Just wanted y'all to know that's why some of that stuff is happening. So yeah, District 1 has Alexander Nikoline, Carnelia Creed, L. Brighton, Valor Rosinski, Flair Spinell. I need to really mute my notifications. Hold on. So, where was I? Flair Spinell, Celestine Chambers, Rarity Feroza, Malachi Brill, Beryl Muscovy, Malaya Lawson, Gleam Backrock, Aluma Bates, and Crystal Chanel. District 2 has Celia Barrett, Mercury Valens, Hadrian Thorne, Jude Tolliver, Quinian Mela, Luna Liu, Marcus Ruthens, Valeria Dalton, Argentus Steele, Juno Verney, Lucian Thorne, Caius Rigg, Maximus Fox, Callista Yaroon, Aphenia Allard, Cepheus Becker, and Jezebel Becker. District 3 has Catalina Siragon, Darwin Rust, Ada Phantom, Clarion Meizu, Arsenica Ballander, and Almenia Vizier. District 4 has Ril Rivulet, Kai Nakamura, Coraline Crest, Kilgully, Fen Scarper, Arroyo Morales, Brooke Baracoy, Benji Triton, Corinne Brindisi, and Kabea Herricks. District 5 has Austin Clark, Tricity Volta, Nicola Nguyen, Van Jennings, Cher Kelly, and Anti-Man Westinghouse. District 6 has Joliet Crowley Carlisle, Phoenix Evers, Leon Taylor, Lily Taylor, Kalita Tepper, Michigan Luther, Australis Merlot, and Honolulu Hedstrom. District 7 has Oakley Barbosa, Sylvan Kim, Lyndon Pine, Alder Pansickle, Evora Figaro, Kiri Tamarisk, Jason Huff, Hollis Marlowe, Jack Jordan, and Birch Kim. District 8 has Zibbeline Charvet, Wigan Ferrelli, Scarlett Fair Kit Jacquard, Aaron Gupta, and Andrew Tollett. District 9 has Cora Speltz, Jacob Springer, Kara Macha, and Flaxing Korsakov. District 10 has Heifer Muller, Colts Ramiro, Zebu Mbembe, Jeanette Santana, Briscoe Burnett, Antoinette Aguilar, Anastasia Chavez, and Wolf Mark Saunders. District 11 has Bay Laurel Skoke, Magnolia Selkova, Callian Snowdrop, Basil Breyer, Durian Fennel, Abutalon Bishop, and Agapa Selkova. District 12 has Mercy Horowitz, Asion Blanken, Mercy Elizabeth Horowitz, Hopper Horowitz, Angel Horowitz, and Abreva Heidman. District 14 has Charlotte Hughes, and District 15 has Leo Desjardins, Aissa Diallo, Sasha Mariu, and Elise Leger. Now let's get into it. Proceed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Rill finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Joliet runs away, Cora runs away, Nicola runs away, Andrew runs away, Avora runs away, Alumo runs away, Durian runs away, Jason runs away, Malaya runs away, Anti-Man grabs a backpack not realizing it's empty, Oakley runs away, Magnolia runs away, Kai takes a spear from inside the cornucopia, Antoinette attacks Clarion, but Tricity protects him, killing Antoinette. Wow. There's my allies feeding into the game. Celia runs away. Phoenix runs away. Malachi cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide right in the bloodbath. That's sad. Argentus runs away. Curie runs away, Mercury runs away, Lyndon runs away, Darwin scares Zibbeline away from the cornucopia, Angel grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia, Brooke stays at the cornucopia for resources, Alder runs away, Abutalon and Australis fight for a bag, Abutalon gives up and retreats, Michigan runs away, Agapa runs away, Colt finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Crystal runs away. Lena runs away. Honolulu runs away. Marcus runs away. Leo and Arsenica fight for a bag. Arsenica gives up and retreats. Alexander grabs a sword. Valeria runs away. Luna runs away. Beryl runs away. Aesion spears Kara in the abdomen. Gleam and Van fight for a bag. Van gives up and retreats. Jack steps off his podium too soon and blows up. Aw, poor Jack. Would have thought he would have made it a little bit further, but oh well. Jeanette runs away. Cher spears Scarlet in the abdomen. Wiggin finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Aaron stays at the cornucopia for resources. Celestine runs away. Mercy runs away. Juno grabs a shovel. Jezebel rips a mace out of Alminio's hands. Callian takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Rarity runs away. Ada runs away. Aphenia snatches a pair of sais. Kalita runs away. Cepheus runs away. Leon runs away. Elle clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Bay steps off her podium too soon and blows up. Carnelia runs away. Charlotte runs away. Wolfmark and Austin fight for a bag. Austin gives up and retreats. Aluma gathers as much food as she can. Caius grabs a sword. Mercy Elizabeth grabs a jar of fishing bait, while Sylvan gets fishing gear. Sasha runs away. Corinne grabs a backpack and retreats. Arroyo runs away. Kill falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Callista runs away. Benji takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Maximus runs away. Hollis runs away. Coraline runs away. Cabella runs away. Kate gathers as much food as he can. Jude grabs a sword. Jacob also grabs a sword. Hadrian gathers as much food as he can. Isa runs away. Anastasia gathers as much food as she can. Flaxen gathers as much food as he can. Zebu grabs a sword. Flare retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Heifer runs away. Birch runs away. Quinian grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Basil rips a mace out of Hopper's hands. Valor runs away from the cornucopia. Lucian runs away. Elise stays at the cornucopia for resources. Fen grabs a shovel. Abreva accidentally steps on a landmine. Briscoe steps off his podium too soon and blows up. And Lily snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Day 1. Leon goes hunting. Brooke dies from an infection. Heifer discovers a cave. Alder accidentally steps on a landmine. Avora collects fruit from a tree. Coraline discovers a cave. Gleam diverts Nicola's attention and runs away. Argentus collects fruit from a tree. Aeson dies from thirst. Wolfmark makes a wooden spear. Joliet picks flowers. Mercy Elizabeth constructs a shack. Cabea begs for Mercury to kill her. She refuses, keeping Cabea alive. Leo is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Kit shoots an arrow at Zebu but misses and kills Basil instead. Olumo questions his sanity. Quinian receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ada diverts Juno's attention and runs away. Agapa stalks Hadrian. Ooh. Aluma is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Wasn't Alumo also? No. Alumo wasn't. It was Leo. Dang. It would have been funny if both the twins did the same thing on the same day. It would have been funny. But anyways, Kiri thinks about home. Colt diverts Honolulu's attention and runs away. Zibbeline chases Phoenix. Benji discovers a river. Oh, that's good for Benji. Benji's District 4, so you know that's got to be good for him. Anti-Man receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Marcus receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Birch and Oakley split up to search for resources. Jason hunts for other tributes. Austin questions his sanity. Lena receives clear water from an unknown sponsor. Charlotte fishes. Aisa sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Maximus receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Flaxen taints Lyndon's food, killing him. Jacob constructs a shack. Abutalon, Elle, and Van get into a fight. Elle triumphantly kills them both. Hopper begs for Valeria to kill him. She refuses, keeping Hopper alive. Wiggin receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Arsenica tries to spearfish with a trident. Elise goes hunting. Caius diverts Cher's attention and runs away. Mercy picks flowers. Angel receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Rarity tries to sleep through the entire day. Malaya hunts for other tributes. Durian receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Celestine diverts Lily's attention and runs away. Luna dies from hunger. Callista travels to higher ground. Sylvan discovers a river. Sasha searches for firewood. Jezebel injures herself. Kai and Arroyo split up to search for resources. Athenia camouflages herself in the bushes. Michigan sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Magnolia catches Anastasia off guard and kills her. Tricity makes a slingshot. Jude receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Corinne searches for a water source. Oh, just go find your ally Benji. He already found a river, so you're good. Valor collects fruit from a tree. Almenio discovers a cave. Darwin makes a wooden spear. Celia defeats Andrew in a fight but spares his life. That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, okay, that actually makes sense for Celia's character. Now that I think about it. Now that I'm thinking about it more, that does make sense for Celia's character, because she was known as, like, the, I forgot the word. Like, she, you know, had feelings. But whatever, it's fine. Carnelia makes a wooden spear. Lucien receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Callian tries to spearfish with a trident. Jeanette dies trying to escape the arena. Aaron collects fruit from a tree. Fen, Rill, and Cepheus hunt for other tributes. Beryl searches for firewood. Australis scares Hollis off. Cora runs away from Crystal. Kalita picks flowers. Flare goes hunting. Clarion practices his archery. And Alexander is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Wow, okay. 19 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Antoinette from District 10. Malachi from District 1, Kara from District 9, Jack from District 7, Scarlet from District 8, Bay from District 11, Kill from District 4, Abrava from District 12, Briscoe Burnett from District 10, Brooke Baracoy from District 4, Alder Pansicle from District 7, Asion from District 12, Basil from District 11, Lyndon from District 7, Abutalon from District 11, Van from District 5, Luna from District 2, Anastasia from District 10, and Jeanette from District 10. Proceed. Night 1. Lena cooks her food before putting her fire out. Mercy Elizabeth cries herself to sleep. Elise fends Australis, Beryl, and Anti-Man away from her fire. Honolulu defeats Quinian in a fight but spares his life. Mercy stays awake all night. Celia is awoken by nightmares. Jason shoots an arrow at Magnolia but misses and kills Birch instead. Oh, her ally. Oh no. Or his ally. Jason did the shooting. Jason's ally. Oh, he was shooting at an outlier but then hit a career. Dang. Sorry, Jason. Arroyo claims a tree to rest. Phoenix receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Leon fends Lucian, Ada, and Fen away from his fire. Agapa destroys Benji's supplies while he is asleep. Damn, drink some water from that river while you're at it, Agapa, because you're probably not going to find another water source after that. Aaron questions his sanity. Rarity starts a fire. Aisa receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Corinne, Caius, and Juno sleep in shifts. Jezebel and Gleam hold hands. That's cute? Question mark? I don't know. Celestine cooks her food before putting her fire out. Arsenica is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Clarion bashes Wolfmark's head in with a mace. Wow, Clarion, good for you. Cher loses sight of where she is. Sounds about right. Alexander tends to Kai's wounds. Curie starts a fire. Zibbeline tends to her wounds. Hopper dies trying to escape the arena. Almenio poisons Leo's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Wow. Almenio tried to go the route of killing people and ended up just killing himself. That's what happens. You should have really stuck with your strategy of making people like you, Almenio. Dang. Argentis thinks about winning. Andrew goes to sleep. Durian is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Maximus and Flare run into each other and decide to truce for the night. They're allies. Why would they need to truce? The heck? Darwin receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Michigan cooks her food before putting her fire out. Charlotte quietly hums. Illumo looks at the night sky. Heifer attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Callista sets up camp for the night. Rill goes to sleep. Tricity unknowingly eats toxic berries. Evora and Cabea huddle for warmth. Crystal convinces Hadrian to snuggle with her. Valeria cooks her food before putting her fire out. Callion tries to treat his infection. Jude stabs Nicola with a tree branch. Wow, that's a lot. Zebu loses sight of where he is. Sounds about right. Oluma attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Kalita, killing them both. Well, hey, at least you took somebody else out of the competition with you, Oluma. I guess that's okay. Hopefully your twin brother doesn't, like, see your dead body get lifted out of the arena as your dead body's lifted out of the arena. But anyways, Jacob sees a fire but stays hidden. Kit tends to his wounds. Flaxen tends to his wounds. Colt cries himself to sleep. Sasha receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Mercury climbs a tree to rest. Malaya stays awake all night. Carnelia tries to treat her infection. Lily receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Angel and Joliet run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Okay, now that makes sense because the District 6 tributes aren't allied with anyone outside of District 6. So, yeah, that truce makes sense because they're not allies. But the other one with the allies, that didn't make sense, but it's fine. Hollis tends to her wounds. Valor receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Athenia tends to Sylvan's wounds. Marcus screams for help. Cora forces Austin to kill Elle or Oakley. He decides to kill Oakley. Cepheus receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. And Wigan defeats Coraline in a fight but spares her life. Day 2. Juno receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Leon attacks Agappa, but she manages to escape. Good job, Agappa. Keep that up. Kiri and Argentus hunt for other tributes. Aaron searches for a water source. Kabea receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Elle questions her sanity. Zabu tries to spearfish with a trident. Jude makes a slingshot. Valeria hunts for other tributes. Celestine chases Magnolia. Uh-oh. Darwin receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Crystal is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Valor discovers a cave. Charlotte makes a slingshot. Jacob pushes Kai off a cliff during a knife fight. Ooh, okay. Rarity collects fruit from a tree. Flair collects fruit from a tree. Austin defeats Hollis in a fight but spares her life. That's probably going to come back to haunt you, Austin. Lily stalks Sasha. Lena defeats Callista in a fight but spares her life. Again, that's probably going to haunt you, Lena. Come back to haunt you in a bit. Kaya scares Cora off. Anti-Man tries to spearfish with a trident. Arroyo searches for firewood. Leo discovers a cave. Elise searches for a water source. Callian dies from an infection. Jezebel throws a knife into Australis' head. Poor Australis. Goodbye, Australis. Kit catches Corinne off guard and kills him. Goodbye, Corinne. I don't think this game ever said you found a water source, which means you never found Benji, because Benji was by a river, but, you know, it's fine. Arsenica is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Sounds about right. Everybody's being pricked by thorns. Jeez. Phoenix goes hunting. Colt tries to sleep through the entire day. Oh, I need to zoom out a bit for this. Okay. Colt tries to sleep through the entire day. Cher searches for firewood. Quinian and Hadrian huddle for warmth. Joliet forces Michigan to kill Honolulu or Mercy Elizabeth. She decided to kill Mercy Elizabeth. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering... well, actually, no. Honolulu is a solo, so... Either way, it would have made sense, because Honolulu and Mercy Elizabeth, neither of them are in Joliet and Michigan's alliance. So I guess that makes sense. Fen searches for firewood. Lucian injures himself. Sounds about right. Benji questions his sanity. Mercy travels to higher ground. Wigan diverts Carnelia's attention and runs away. Zibbeline injures herself. Ada receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Andrew diverts Beryl's attention and runs away. Gleam injures herself. Rill questions her sanity. Maximus searches for firewood. Flaxen makes a slingshot. Alexander thinks about home. Aisa discovers a cave. Malaya camouflages herself in the bushes. Coraline receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Angel and Avora track down and kill Clarion. Jason injures himself. Mercury receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Alumo tends to Marcus's wounds. Sylvan explores the arena. Athenia thinks about home. Celia searches for a water source. And Durian sprains his ankle while running away from Cepheus. Proceed! 16 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Birch from 7, Wolfmark from District 10, Hopper from District 12, Almenio from District 3, Heifer from District 10, Tricity from District 5, Nicola from District 5, Illuma from District 1, Kalita from District 6, Oakley from District 7, Kai from District 4, Callian from District 11, Australis from District 6, Corinne from District 4, Mercy Elizabeth from District 12, and Clarion from District 3. Proceed. Night 2. Arroyo and Carnelia huddle for warmth. Juno goes to sleep. Jezebel is awoken by nightmares. Marcus lets Angel into his shelter. Agapa is awoken by nightmares. Isa and Rill run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Joliet tends to her wounds. Anti-Man receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Fen cooks his food before putting his fire out. Coraline tries to treat her infection. Mercy attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Michigan quietly hums. Rarity, Valor, Hadrian, and Hollis sleep in shifts. Crystal and Malaya talk about the tributes still alive. Zabu sets up camp for the night. Cora receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Benji tends to his wounds. Maximus tries to sing himself to sleep. Avora tries to treat her infection. Kiri receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Darwin receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Elise climbs a tree to rest. Caius lets Cepheus into his shelter. Athenia cries herself to sleep. Jude cries himself to sleep. Cher tries to treat her infection. Leo tries to sing himself to sleep. Jason goes to sleep. Colt falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Sylvan is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Charlotte is awoken by nightmares. Beryl tries to sing himself to sleep. Honolulu severely injures Zibbeline but puts her out of her misery. Ada receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Durian stays awake all night. Andrew attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Poor guy. Poor guy. It was the first ever death tribute, and now he's dead. Lily goes to sleep. Jacob strangles Arsenica after engaging in a fist fight. Flair looks at the night sky. Lucian poisons Phoenix's drink. He drinks it and dies. Flaxen goes to sleep. Lena cooks her food before putting her fire out. Callista lets Celestine into her shelter. Sasha thinks about winning. Aaron is awoken by nightmares. Valeria sees a fire but stays hidden. Magnolia thinks about home. Wiggin climbs a tree to rest. Alexander loses sight of where he is. Mercury, Celia, Gleam, and Elle sleep in shifts. Quinian receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Kit dies trying to escape the arena. Leon attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Austin tends to his wounds. Argentis receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Cabea goes to sleep, and Alumo goes to sleep. Day 3. Callista searches for a water source. Hadrian fishes. Crystal. I already read Callista's thing. Crystal searches for firewood. Argentis discovers a river. Carnelia hunts for other tributes. Flaxen stabs Lily in the back with a trident. Avora explores the arena. Celestine receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Lucian thinks about home. Cabea and Curie split up to search for resources. Michigan questions her sanity. Rill makes a wooden spear. Coraline thinks about home. Austin overhears Sasha and Quinian talking in the distance. Flair questions her sanity. Mercury injures herself. Leon goes hunting. Arroyo camouflages himself in the bushes. Celia travels to higher ground. Benji searches for firewood. Jude hunts for other tributes. Caius practices his archery. Marcus, Cepheus, and Sylvan hunt for other tributes. Ada diverts Charlotte's attention and runs away. Wiggin goes hunting. Aaron stalks Elise. Beryl makes a slingshot. Jezebel and Valor hunt for other tributes. Agapa attacks Lena, but she manages to escape. Gleam sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Fen constructs a shack. Malaya falls into a pit and dies. Mercy discovers a cave. Jason is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Durian defeats Angel in a fight but spares her life. Juno attacks Jacob, but he manages to escape. Magnolia receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Rarity decapitates Joliet with a sword. Leo receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Valeria tries to spearfish with a trident. Zebu receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Athenia collects fruit from a tree. Alexander steals from Cher while she isn't looking. Maximus decapitates Aisa with a sword. Alumo constructs a shack. Anti-Man stalks L. Hollis scares Cora off. Honolulu fishes. And Darwin bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Wow. 11 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Colt from District 10. Zebeline from District 8, Andrew from District 8, Arsenica from District 3, Phoenix from District 6, Kit from District 8, Lily from District 6, Malaya from District 1, Joliet from District 6, Aisa from District 15, and Darwin from District 3. Proceed. Night 3. Celestine and Gleam hold hands. Arroyo stays awake all night. Hollis stays awake all night. Quinian lets Athenia into his shelter. Wiggin receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Aaron fends Flair, Mercury, and Lucian away from his fire. Sylvan cooks his food before putting his fire out. Avora cries herself to sleep. Cora is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. I already read Mercury's thing. Mercy and Crystal huddle for warmth. Jezebel loses sight of where she is. Durian thinks about winning. Zebu tends to his wounds. Hadrian dies from hypothermia. Marcus and Rarity talk about the tribute still alive. Rill loses sight of where she is. Cepheus tries to treat his infection. Callista bashes Elise's head against a rock several times. Cher fends Kiri, Argentus, and Michigan away from her fire. Valeria receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Alumo poisons Anti-Man's drink. He drinks it and dies. Jason questions his sanity. Celia questions her sanity. Leo and Leon run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Lena starts a fire. Caius strangles Sasha with a rope. Fen quietly hums. Coraline, Jude, Valor, and Elle form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Benji tends to his wounds. Magnolia is awoken by nightmares. Austin climbs a tree to rest. Maximus cries himself to sleep. Charlotte tends to her wounds. Flaxen receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Alexander screams for help. Ada goes to sleep. Cabea loses sight of where she is. Carnelia goes to sleep. Agapa sets up camp for the night. Jacob kills Angel with her own weapon. Juno climbs a tree to rest. Beryl passes out from exhaustion, and Honolulu receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Day 4. Jason receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Zebu and Juno split up to search for resources. Aaron picks flowers. Cora kills Carnelia with a hatchet. Flaxen searches for a water source. Cepheus scares Michigan off. Rarity searches for firewood. Benji receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Austin fishes. Cher accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Sylvan receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Agapa sprains her ankle running away from Kabea. Leo questions his sanity. Alphenia camouflages herself in the bushes. Maximus searches for firewood. Mercy tends to Celia's wounds. Celestine searches for firewood. Alumo attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Oh, I was rooting for him after he got all those kills. Damn. Crystal receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Magnolia discovers a river. I bet it's the same one Benji's by right now. So that's gonna screw you over big time, Magnolia, if Benji's still there. Darian picks flowers. Jacob stalks Callista. Jezebel makes a wooden spear. Flair discovers a cave. Arroyo begs for Caius to kill him. He refuses, keeping Arroyo alive. Rill injures herself. Kiri falls into a pit and dies. Lucian receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ada searches for a water source. Just go to the river that everybody seems to be finding now. Then you'll be good. Gleam collects fruit from a tree. Leon picks flowers. Alexander picks flowers. Evora pushes Honolulu off a cliff during a knife fight. Mercury travels to higher ground. Valora attempts to climb a tree but falls. Valeria tries to climb a tree but falls to her death. Lena stalks Charlotte. Marcus tries to sleep through the entire day. Quinian and Argentus hunt for other tributes. Hollis cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Beryl discovers a tree, and Fenn defeats Wigan in a fight but spares his life. Oh, an arena event. A volcano erupts at the center of the arena. Benji dips his weapon in the lava and kills Durian with it. Jezebel survives. Cora survives. Kabea dips her weapon in the lava and kills Jacob with it. As Agapa trips over Evora into the lava, she grabs her and pulls her down with her. So that's Agapa and Evora out of the games. Fenn survives. Callista survives. Hooray! Mercury survives. As Caius trips over Cepheus into the lava, he grabs him and pulls him down with him. Oh, poor Cepheus. Alexander survives. Gleam survives. Hooray. Juno survives. Beryl survives. Argentus survives. Rill survives. Flaxen survives. Ada survives. Jason survives. Suffocates. Oh, I was reading some of those wrong. Hold on. Okay, Gleam did survive. Okay, that's my only thing. Ada suffocates. Jason suffocates. Sylvan survives. Quinian survives. Mercy is buried in ash. Magnolia suffocates. Leon dips his weapon in the lava and kills Zebu with it. Poor Zebu. Maximus pushes Charlotte in the lava. Oh, no, not Charlotte. As Marcus trips over Celia into the lava, he grabs her and pulls her down with him. Wow, turning on your own district partner. Dang, I guess arena events really do bring out the worst in people. Austin survives, Lucian survives, Celestine survives, Leo survives, Flair survives, Lena pushes Rarity in the lava, Wiggins survives, Crystal survives, Athenia survives. As Aaron trips over Arroyo into the lava, he grabs him and pulls him down with him, and Michigan survives. 23 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Hadrian from District 2, Elise from District 15, Anti-Man from District 5, Sasha from District 15, Coraline from District 4, Jude from District 2, Valor from District 1, Elle from District 1, Angel from District 12, Carnelia from District 1, Cher from District 5, Alumo from District 1, Kiri from District 7, Honolulu from District 6, Valeria from District 2, Hollis from District 7, Durian from District 11, Jacob from District 9, Agapa from District 11, Evora from District 7, Caius from District 2, Cepheus from District 2, Ada from District 3, Jason from District 7, Mercy from District 12, Magnolia from District 11, Zebu from District 10, Charlotte from District 14, Marcus from District 2, Celia from District 2, Rarity from District 1, Aaron from District 8, and Arroyo from District 4. Proceed! How many more tributes do we have? Still quite a bit. Okay. Lucian defeats Leon in a fight but spares his life. Michigan overpowers Cora, killing her. Fen screams for help. Yep. Athenia falls into a pit and dies. Not Athenia. Mercury dies of dysentery. Not Mercury? I mean, they don't have a face, so I can't really say. Argentis and Crystal run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Quinian decides to treat his infection, or tries to treat his infection. I don't know why I said decides. Oh well. Flaxen receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Lena passes out from exhaustion. Austin receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Juno dies from an infection. Rill thinks about winning. Leo looks at the night sky. Beryl convinces Callista to snuggle with it. Snuggle with him. You better not. Sylvan tries to sing himself to sleep. Gleam is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Flare dies of dysentery. Celestine and Cabello run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Maximus defeats Wigan in a fight but spares his life. Benji receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Jezebel tries to treat her infection. And Alexander passes out from exhaustion. Proceed. Day 5. Sylvan and Fen hunt for other tributes. Leo, Maximus, and Michigan get into a fight. Michigan triumphantly kills them both. Wow! Good job, Michigan, I guess. Rill steals from Austin while he isn't looking. Quinian falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Beryl receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Lucian receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Benji tries to sleep through the entire day. Crystal dies from an infection. Alexander makes a slingshot. Callista receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Lena practices her archery. Flaxen injures himself. Jezebel receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Argentis is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Wiggins sets an explosive off, killing Celestine, Gleam, and Cabea. No, not Gleam! Freak. Leon bleeds out due to untreated injuries. 13 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cora from District 9, Athenia from District 2, Mercury from District 2, Juno from District 2, Flare from District 1, Leo from District 15, Maximus from District 2, Quinian from District 2, Crystal from District 1, Celestine from District 1, Gleam from District 1, Cabea from District 4, and Leon from District 6. Let's see everyone's status. Let's see. Okay, so District 1 only has Alexander and Beryl left. District 2 has Argentis, Lucian, Callista, and Jezebel left. District 3 has Catalina Siragon left. District 4 has Rill, Fen, and Benji left. District 5 has Austin. District 6 has Michigan. District 7 has Sylvan. District 8 has Wigan, District 9 has Flaxen, and everybody else has a complete, like, death. Everybody's dead in all the other districts. Proceed. Night 5. Flaxen goes to sleep. Interesting! Lena sees a fire but stays hidden. Argentis sets up camp for the night. Wiggins stays awake all night. Sylvan attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Austin attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Benji is awoken by nightmares. Beryl and Alexander run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Fen begs for Lucien to kill him. He refuses, keeping Fen alive. Jezebel throws a knife into Michigan's chest. Real is awoken by nightmares, and Callista tries to treat her infection. When did Callista get an infection? Oh god. Okay, the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, and weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Lena severely slices Benji with a sword. Lucien decides not to go at the feast. Flaxen falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Beryl falls into a pit and dies. Wow, Beryl and Flaxen both died from fall-related injuries. Wow, Sylvan decides not to go to the feast. Argentis decides not to go. Austin snaps Alexander's neck. Jezebel, Fen, Callista, and Rill team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. And Wigan decides not to go. Day 6. Lucien goes hunting. Argentis tracks down and kills Wigan. Rill dies of dysentery. Fen camouflages himself in the bushes. Lena makes a wooden spear. Austin collects fruit from a tree. Callista injures herself. Oh god. What are you doing, Callista? Sylvan receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Jezebel bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Not Jezebel! Now Callista's the only one left with an actual picture. Oh, come on. Okay. Arena event. Acidic rain pours down on the arena. Austin trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain. Sylvan survives. Callista survives, thank God. Lena is unable to find shelter and dies. Lucien survives. Fen is unable to find shelter and dies. Argenta survives. Okay, so we're now down to the top 4. Okay, sounds good to me. 11 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Michigan from District 6, Benji from District 4, Flaxen from District 9, Beryl from District 1, Alexander from District 1, Wigan from District 8, Rill from District 4, Jezebel from District 2, Austin from District 5, Lena from District 3, and Fen from District 4. Proceed. Night 6. Lucien lets Callista into his shelter. Sylvan receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Argentis cooks his food before putting his fire out. Day 7. Argentis practices his archery. Sylvan travels to higher ground. Lucien injures himself, and Callista practices her archery. Oh, I just realized Callista is the only one with a picture in the Final 4, and she's the only female in the Final 4. Wow, the odds are stacked. Yeah, but whatever, it's fine. Night 7. Argentis dies trying to escape the arena. Callista sets up camp for the night. Lucien starts a fire, and Sylvan stays awake all night. Come on, Callista. No. Day 8. Callista accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it, and Sylvan dies trying to escape the arena. Proceed. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Argentis from District 2, Callista from District 2, and Sylvan from District 7. And the victor is Lucien from District 2. Oorah! Okay. Placements. Wow. Sylvan didn't get any kills and managed to get second place. Good for him. Honestly. Wow. All 3 of the people in the top 4 got, some of, the smaller amounts of kills. Wow. That's crazy. let's see, how many kills did Alumo get? Let's try to find Alumo here. Alumo, 1 kill. Oh, I thought there was more in there for some reason, but oh well. That's good. But yeah, look at all that. Poor Jack, man. I thought he would have lasted a bit longer, but oh well. Yeah, I thought Jack and Abreva and Anastasia would have probably lasted a bit longer, but oh well, that's okay. Oh yeah, here's all the deaths. I'm just gonna scroll by them really quick, so if y'all want to look at it, you can, but you know, you don't have to if you don't want to. But yeah, like, pause or slow down the video if you actually want to read this again. And yeah, that's that. Proceed. Yes, the placements, but we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at district placements. Number 1, District 2. Number 2, District 7. Number 3, District 4. Number 4, District 3. Number 5, District 5. Wow. Fits. Number 6, District 8. Number 7, District 1. Number 8, District 9. Number 9, District 6. Number 10, District 15. Number 11, District 14. Number 12, District 10. Number 13, District 11. And number 14, District 12. And then the kills. Michigan Luther got the most at 4, followed by Jacob Springer and Wigan Ferrelli, both at 3, followed by Austin Clark, Catalina Siragon, Clarion Mazu, Al Brighton, Evora Figaro, Flax and Korsakov, Jezebel Becker, Kate Jacquard, and Maximus Fox at 2, followed by Asion Blanken, Alumo Bates, Angel Horowitz, Argentus Steele, Benji Triton, Kabea Herrick, Caius Rigg, Callista Yaroon, Cher Bekele, Honolulu Headstrom, Jason Huff, Jude Tolliver, Cora Speltz, Lucian Thorne, Leon Taylor, Magnolia Selkova, and Rarity Feroza with 1 kill each. So, you know, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is honestly really cool. So, yeah, guys, that is the end of today's video. Yeah, the next video that will be posted will be the 201st through 225th Hunger Games. So, I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. I really am enjoying writing it so far. I haven't gotten very far into writing it so far, but whatever, that's fine. Anyways, so yeah, guys, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this one, then slap that like button. As always, stay awesome. Goodbye, everybody.